Blessed Sunday. I know a lot of you are probably at church having a great day. I know a lot of you are probably just really enjoying your day. Probably you're somewhere at a beach or maybe you're somewhere at a park. Maybe some of you are doing Easter egg hunts. And a lot of you probably went to church and did your Easter speeches with your kids and your grandkids. And it's been a wonderful day for some of you. And but for those of you who have found yourself maybe not doing so well right now, I definitely want to keep you in my prayers. I definitely want you to prosper. I want you to be the best version of you that you can be. That is my hope. That is my prayer for you and your family. And for those of us who are doing okay in life, for those of us who may be very successful in life, I wish you well. I wish you prosper. You know what? That's just what we as people should do for one another. So we're gonna get right into this today. Today we're talking about the spring equinox. The spring equinox. We're talking about Happy New Year. Yeah, I said Happy New Year. You see, back in December the 25th, something like that, and then that was Christmas, and then we talk about January the 1st, we started saying Happy New Year. No, that wasn't really the beginning of the new year. We're actually now beginning into the new year. It was a full moon, and now that full moon represented, this past full moon represented a new spring, a new time, a new life, a new beginning. So this is your happy new year. We are now coming out of a time of darkness, which is winter, into the light, which is the spring and summertime. This is your happy new year. This is your spring to action. This is your spring to new life. This is truly your happy new year. All you have to do is go back and do just a little research, and you're gonna come across some stuff. I'm just saying, you're gonna come across some stuff. So today we're gonna talk about Easter. We're gonna talk about Easter and what it really means to some, and to others, because we know some people believe in the Christ of the resurrection. On 3 days he was in the tomb. Well, he was in the tomb 2 days, and on the third day he rose again. So we're going to look at that. Some people like to say he was in the tomb on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He rose on Sunday. That's only 2 days in the tomb. He rose on that Sunday, which is Easter Sunday. You know the story, but I digress. That's just me. But I do want to give you a little something to go think about. Greetings to everybody who's coming on. And so we're going to talk about the spring equinox. We're going to talk about, I think I want to make sure I say this right. Oyster, Ostara, oyster, and how it became Easter. And then Easter, Astra, and Ostra. Three different, well, three different words which mean the same in the resurrection of the sun goddess of dawn. Yeah, that threw me off too. I was like, wow, okay. I was like, a good friend of mine who's an administrator on this particular channel hit me up and gave me some stuff. He said, man, check this out. I was reading, I was like, that's a good topic. That's really a good topic for today. The spring equinox. And how did we get here? How do we get here to the fidelity of sex? The whole thing. How did that sneak into this? So we're gonna take a brief look at it. As those who come on, I want to say I appreciate everybody. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the like button. And share this, because this is interesting, and some of you may already know. I can't say that you don't know. Some may already know, and just do your thing. So when we think of the spring equinox, a time to celebrate between the darkest winter and the highest or the heights of the summertime, which brings forth new life, which tells you this is a new year. This is truly a new year we're entering. And then, how did the Ostra, Ostara, become Easter? Well, that Christianity spread it throughout Northern Europe, And this old tradition, which was pagan tradition, encompasses the church. That's right. Go back and look at Constantine. Constantine had a lot of paganism in the things that he did, but he really gave birth to the church. Go back and look at Constantine and see what he did. See how what pivotal role that he played in the church as we know it today. I'm just saying, man, there's so much stuff out there that it'll just make you shake your head. But go check that out and how the traditions that they was doing or were doing became part of the tradition that the church still holds up today, like Easter. Okay, so as we begin to look at those traditions, you're gonna make you shake your head because we do some things out of what we call Christianity that has nothing to do with Christianity at all. Greetings, how you doing? Salutation to you also. Greetings, brother Walker, how you doing? Easter came from the story of Ishtar, a Greek goddess resurrection. Has nothing to do with it. Absolutely. You are so freaking right. But that's not what we've been told. Look, I'm from the South. Today, Easter Sunday, everybody got on a new suit. Everything is matching. We got Easter baskets. We got Easter egg hunts. We got it, man. Let me tell you. Not only do we have Easter, man, we got Sunday dinner. It's off the chain. I mean, if you in them southern states and even on the East Coast and some of them, you know what it's like today. You know what it's like today. Look, I didn't always have this information. I did not. But to have it at my disposal and to read and to find out things for myself, you know, the stuff I know now, I can't necessarily share everything I know with my family and my thought process. Nah, man. No, you can't do that. I mean, really. I mean, some of us, with the information we have in our heads right now, let's be honest, some of us cannot even talk to our family members because of the stuff that we actually know, the stuff that you've actually researched, the stuff that you've actually found out. You can't share that with your family members. You have to talk to someone that's on that same level. Because if you talk to your family members and you tell them of the information that you have come across, the information that you're willing to share with them to enlighten them, to bring them from darkness to light, man, they will cause you all types of harm and hurt. It's like trying to wake up a person who sleepwalks. Man, they ain't having it, and they ain't hearing it. Facts are facts to them. I mean, man, no, bruh, no, they ain't hearing it. But as the brother Woodson so eloquently put it earlier, in regards to where it actually started from and how did we get here, man, it's like, well, damn. If you get really into Easter and you look at Estra and you look at the goddesses and gods and the origin for which it was brought birth to, yeah, there was some orgies in that thing too. Yeah, they was getting down with the get down. And this all became encompassed. The church brought that in. They literally brought that in because if you look at the Council of Nicaea and how they met and left out books and left out information within the Bible and within the construct that would definitely enlighten us, they didn't put everything in that book. There were so many older writings until they just said, we'll put this in, we'll leave that out. We'll put this in, we'll leave that out. Man, no. Mm-mm. And then for the African American or for the black man or for whatever title you want to put on the melanated person, being captured and put in slavery and forbidden to read and have no knowledge of self for that length of time, really, oh, man, it done a number on us. And now we'll traditionally accepted a religion that was forced on us. Christianity was forced on us. You can't tip. Nope. No. It was forced. Christianity was forced on black people. It was forced. It wasn't something that said, well, would you like to know a little bit more about it? No. Christianity was forced. That's a fact. I don't know. Christianity was forced. Spirituality and Christianity is totally two different things. As we know it today, this Christian entity that we have, and it was forced. It was truly forced on us, and some of us are still chained to it, and we won't let go of it. We will not let go of something that somebody forced you to take, and it keeps you docile. It keeps you chained up. See, here's the thing: when Nat Turner woke up and realized that this book that he had before him, there was something missing out of it. He realized there was something missing out of the book that they gave him to preach to those to keep them in captive. His light came on. And when the light came on, he said, well, damn, I don't have to be a slave. I don't have to be. I don't have to be. You know, but some of us like being kept in darkness. Some of us like having that slave mentality, and you'll just stay there. So whenever somebody presents you new information, stuff that you can actually go look up right now, you're like, nah, I ain't believing that. Nope, I'm not believing it, and I'm not changing my mind for nothing. If somebody presented me new information, I would take my time, look at it, see if it's what it is to the best of my ability, and based on what I found, based on what I know, then I would say, okay, you know what, I think I can kind of see it from that point of view. It's not saying that you have to accept everything. I'm just saying different advantage points. Everybody don't see everything the same way because of the advantage point that they may have. So when you look at where we're at right now, oh yeah, when you, fraternal gentlemen, how you doing? When you look at where you're at right now, when you see what's happening around you right now, there are different advantages point that you may have to somebody else. Maybe you have a lot of money. You see things from a different advantage point. Maybe you don't have enough money. You see things from a different advantage point. Maybe you have a lot of time. You can do a lot of research. Different advantage points. So what we have done today, we have this thing we call Easter, and we celebrate it. And we believe that it's always been this resurrection. It wasn't a resurrection for you. It wasn't a resurrection for you. It wasn't a revolution for you. You know, it wasn't none of that for you. This stuff was forced upon you. You know, did you paint or dye? No, I didn't do any of that. None of that. None of that at all. Never said I didn't used to. Never said I didn't used to. Didn't know. Didn't know. Didn't know. However, I know a little something now, so I kind of changed things up. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do it because that's not what we practice. That's not what the sun god. See, people had a thing as looking at the sun as God, and not only that, they thought that the sun was an egg. Yeah, that's some real, man, look. It is my hope, whatever I do, I want to shed some light on some things. I want to say, okay, you know what? I don't know it all, but I'm going to give you this little piece. And with that little piece, maybe you can take it and really expound on it and say, boom, here you go, bruh. You know, that's the whole process. But as we look at this thing we call Easter and how it was really a pagan holiday, you know, to be totally honest with you, I don't know why even in Christianity today they continue to do the same thing over and over, knowing that it's not right. It ain't like they don't know. It ain't like they won't tell the people. They refuse to. They refuse to tell the people. Really. You know, I'm gonna share this with you. I'm gonna get right back into this. I speak at my church. I get up on Sundays, I go on the pulpit, and I bring forth a message. But my messages are different than when the pastor of the church speak. I speak about ancestors. I speak about things and how the book itself can really translate to today. But what they don't like is that I try to make that book come to life. The book you use to try to keep people docile, I wanted to raise them up. I want that book to bring them to life. Any book that is able to give me knowledge and information in regards to putting light in me, I want to shed that same light. That's me. That's me. But as we get back and how it was spread throughout Europe, and how It was a pagan tradition encompassed the church. And once it encompassed the church, it was forced on, it was just given to everybody. And not only was Easter given to everybody, you got Christmas, you got a lot of holidays that Christianities or Christians celebrate that has nothing to do with being a Christian. See, I'm a follower. I'm a follower. Period. That's it. I'm nothing more than a follower. I don't run around, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm a this. No, I'm a follower. I try to live my life accordingly to the example that was set before me. I'm a follower. I'm a believer. I'm not, oh, he's a Christian. No, 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 no. I'm not claiming that. You heard me say that. No. See, I've come a distance in my life now. I see things a little bit differently than I did once upon a time. So there should always be some growth, some change, some new information coming about, a better understanding, so you can see things differently and pass that message on. So as we look into how Astra became Easter and how it was spread through Northern Europe and the tradition of a pagan tradition that was encompassed of the church, then you look at Astra, Istra, and Astra, the goddess of fertility and sex, and the symbolism of the egg and the bunny, which has nothing really to do with the resurrection. This was decided by Constantine. Astra had changed to represent Jesus. It's all about fertility and sex. Let's just be honest. This thing we call Easter, you should know that it's all about fertility and sex. Period. Bunnies, what do bunnies do? What do bunnies do? Bunnies hump. You're quicker than a bunny. Bunnies, man, they do their thing. So you have to look at where did this come from, because a lot of things that we look at is buried in symbolism. And as a Mason, you should know that. Everything that you look at is buried in symbolism. Everything. Your words are buried in symbolism. Go back and look at the original words that we speak. Okay, and especially if you're dealing in the English language, those words can put curses on you. This is why I always say greetings to someone. Not a good morning, because I'm not mourning and it's not good, but greetings. Not hello, which is hell, low. No, I don't do that. I don't say hello. Greetings. It's always greetings. It's always a blessing. It's always a peace. If I'm going to greet you, I want to put something on you, because your words mean so much more than just what they are, what you are speaking them. They mean so much more. So as we look into the fertility, as we look at sex, as we look at Easter, we have to understand the symbolism behind all of that and what it really brings to the person. What have I missed? Oh, you are not at church or the mosque. No, not today. Not today. I didn't go to the church or the mosque today. You know, some people, and speaking of that, Brother Brown, Brother Michael, some people often ask, how can you go to the church and the mosque? How you do that? Because I'm not mad at the message. See? I'm not mad at the message or the person who brings the message or the messenger who left the message. I just want to get the message. I just want to get something out of it. I just want to get something enlightened out of that. Wow, I don't recognize that, bro. Well, you know, hey, I just want to get something out of the message. I'm not here to debate whether God is Jesus or Jesus is God or Muhammad is. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the message that they left to enlighten my life. That's what I'm here for. The stuff you really gonna find out, the stuff you really gonna find out, you're gonna have to leave this place to get it. The real truth, the real stuff you're not gonna find out until you leave here. And most of us are not really trying to die to get away. Most of us are not. You know, that's real truth. Wow, I didn't recognize that. You know, and that's what we have to look at. You know, we talk a good game. We really do. When we look at the traditions that we play, when we look at the traditions that we do, this is tradition. This is tradition. Oh yeah, but is it good for me? Enlighten me? You know, Happy Easter, everyone. What's up, brother? Tell her happy Easter. Yeah, happy fertility and sex to you too. Pardon me, but this is what we really got to. This is me what we really got to take a look at, man. I mean, wow, if we would only take the things that we see before us and break them down, you know, definitely a pagan holiday. But yeah, it is. We try to put a spin on it, and that's the thing. Try to put a spin on it. You're open-minded and spiritual, mature. Greetings from Scottish Rite, from the Scottish Lodge number 8. Hey, greetings to you. Appreciate you. Um, as I sit by and I watch a lot of things happen, it is my job. This is my job in my Grand Lodge, or as a past Grandmaster. It is my job to try to give the craft the best information to help them to be a better mason, a builder amongst men, and not be shy about it. Really, not be shy about it. And when you get there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because a lot of us like to deny who we are. And let me go somewhere with that for a minute. A lot of us don't like facing our demons. We don't. Everybody got demons. I would say this as I talk about an Easter egg hunt is playing hide and go seek and go get it. I'm ah, yeah, we all played hide and go get it when we was kids, huh? Yeah, man. Look, not only that, I was going somewhere for a second. Now you threw me off, but I'm gonna go here for a second. I'm gonna share this with you. As a little kid, everything around us has symbolism, and we had no clue. Hide and go seek, hide and go get it. It changed. The game may have been added, some things may have been taken from it, but we know. Then you had a game that is called Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. When you look at what that game really meant, when you see what does picnic really means, when you begin to break down the symbolism that is hidden within festivities that we celebrate. You celebrate the 4th of July. That's not your celebration. If you melanated African American, that's really not your day. Oh, but I am an American. But am I afforded all the rights and privileges of being an American? Really? And then you look at, I mentioned the 4th. I'm going to mention the games we play, like Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. I just said that. What does that game really mean? What did that game really mean? Do you know the whole lyrics to the thing? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a nigga by his toe. If he holler, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That's the game. That's the game. You know. Easter always the first Sunday after the full moon, after the equinox. I think it has to do with the universe. You're right, and I'm going to add something to it. Not only does it have to do with the universe, it has a lot to do with fertility. A woman has 13 cycles. There are 13 moons, only 12 months. Think about it. Think about it. If I know, I want to say Ethiopia. I might be wrong, but I want to say Ethiopia. They're like a couple of years behind us. It's 2023. I think they're in like 2019, 18. I could be wrong, but their calendar is like totally different than the calendar for which we abide by. There's so much that is different. There's so much that is out here till it's just mind-boggling of the information that's been hidden from a lot of us. I mean, I don't care what color you are. Information has been hidden from all of us. Now, within the confines of Freemasonry, the Order of the Eastern Star, and these other societies and fraternities that we have, there was a time that we studied these things. We studied these things. And now we don't study these things. We don't study spring equinox. We don't study the the winter solstice. We don't study the winter solstice. We don't study the winter equinox. We don't study the winter solstice. We don't study the winter equinox. We don't study the winter solstice. We don't study the winter equinox. We don't study the winter solstice. 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 We don't study the winter solstice study these things anymore. These were things that were required of study of a man of such a society as the Freemasons and other fraternities. They studied these things. That's why most people want to be in them. But now we don't do that. We don't teach those things. And we don't teach the spirituality of what masonry brings to you as you grow. We don't teach those things anymore. We more so debate other unrealistic things that transcends over a period of time, but it doesn't transcend into what you ought to be as a person, as a man, as a woman. We do. And that's what we do. But I'm going to get back to something real quick. And maybe it may be for another day or something, but as we begin to break down a lot of things that are before us, you begin to become more aware of this journey that we're on. And I'm going to say this once again. You're not going to know it all until you leave here. You're not going to be able to see it all until you leave. You have to leave this plane and travel into an undiscovered land to which no traveler has returned. This is what you're going to have to do when you want to get some real truth. And most of us are terrified. Most of us are terrified. But when you find out new information, you should be able to share it with your lodge, with your brothers. And most of us, as I said earlier, if you're really on this level, if you're really into this stuff, into symbolism, you can share that all with your family. You can. They'll think you done lost your mind. Let's even take a look at the swastika. We know that when most people see that, they think of Hitler. But that was a holy symbol at one time, okay? The cross itself, when you look at the cross, and it has a circle around it, the circle in the center of the cross, go look and see what the meaning of that. Man, symbolism is the first language of men. But what we have done is we have so many diverse languages until a lot of words cannot be translated into what we call the English language. We can't. The English language, from what I'm learning, is a guttery language. It encompasses different meanings and titles and things to so many words. The same word means so many different things, depends on the subject matter you're talking about. Plain and simple. It's plain and simple. And this is where we're at when we're dealing in this stuff. It takes a lifetime to learn how to give and another one to learn how to live. True. But I was told if you always got this fist balled up, if you always got this thing here clenched, you can't give nor can you receive. I don't care how much money you got. If you always is like this, you can't give nor can you receive. So in life, we should walk around being a giver and a receiver. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, I celebrated my 35th anniversary with my wife. And I used to, at a time say, you know what, here, you know, take this or take that. And my wife would always say, why are you giving me that? Why are you doing this? I stopped doing it. I would give her, I'll say, hey, baby, you know, hey, here's this or here's that. She'd say, well, why are you doing it? So I stopped. I said, when you ask me why am I doing something, that tells me you're not worthy of me giving it to you. And she stopped. So when I started back, she never asked me why again. If I say, here's this, she's, thank you. Happy anniversary. Oh, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. It's truly hey, that thing right there, 35 years being married. Whew, Lord, I wouldn't have thought it. But you know what? I'm blessed. I cannot complain about that. 35 years, man. It's been a hell of a roller coaster ride. I ain't never said I ain't had no issues. Oh, I ain't never said that. I've never said that. I've had issues, but I've had more good days than bad. I can honestly say that. That is a given. Bruh, and sisters, I can't complain. I've done some good things in my life and I've done some bad things. And that's between me and the G. That's real. that day comes, I will have to give an account. Now here's another question. Are you afraid to give an account of the things that you've done? Ah, that's for another topic. Look, I'm going to have to go, man, but I just wanted to just give you a little information, a little doodad on the spring equinox, and I want you to take that, go back and look at it. I know some of you are really on this. I mean, I know some of you are really on it, but I want you to go back and really take a look at it, and we're going to get into that. But I tell you what, my next topic is going to be, are you uh, able to accept, let me see, what did I just say? Are you able to accept the things that you've done? Are you willing to give an account for the things that you've done? Are you? You know, are you okay with that? I see some of you said nope. You said nope. Well, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, we're gonna have to make that happen. We're gonna have to make that happen. 35 years, a milestone. Man, look, Brother White, I appreciate you, and it's been a journey. 35 years has been a journey. Last night we went out to eat, me and the kids, and the wife and the grandbabies. You know, man, I had a wonderful time, and it's special. This is what I want you to really think about as I get ready to leave. If you have kids and they have kids, look at what you have created. If you have kids and they have kids, that's your creation. Oh man, y'all don't even know how exciting it is to look at your kids and they're doing well in life and they got kids. And you said, wow, that they came from me. Oh my goodness. And then that's a whole nother, man, I got so many topics in my head right now just from this little conversation right here that it's going crazy. And brothers, if Brother Tony ever talks about Cisco and Miles in the 5th of May, oops, no, yeah, bro. Yeah, we, just hit me up, Brother William, just hit me up. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo, yeah. Oh, Cinco de Mayo. Sounds like God to me. Some ain't ready for that. Made in my image. Ooh, see, look, I gotta go, everybody. Definitely I'll see you tonight. I'll make sure I get that Zoom out to you for those who are gonna be joining us tonight. Peace and be well. I love you all. God bless you and keep you as he's kept me. Peace.